You're lying in bed, exhausted, but your mind won't stop. You're replaying the day, stressing about tomorrow, caught in a cycle of overthinking and anxiety. This isn't just you, it's a battle many of us face. Miyamoto Musashi, Japan's greatest swordsman, also struggled with these inner demons, but he found a way to fix his mind, cutting through the noise with his philosophy. In this video, we'll dive into Musashi's teachings to help you regain control and find clarity in your own mental chaos. Overthinking is like a mental trap. Your mind gets stuck in loops, convinced that there's only one way out. This is where we often go wrong. We fixate on a single outcome and build up anxiety when things don't go as planned. Musashi's insight, you must understand that there is more than one path to the top of the mountain, is a reminder that life offers many solutions, not just one. When we stop forcing ourselves to find a perfect answer, we start to free ourselves from overthinking. Flexibility is key. Instead of obsessing over one path, remind yourself that there are multiple ways to solve any problem. This mindset helps release the pressure that leads to anxiety. Here's a simple way to apply this. Next time you're stuck in an overthinking spiral, pause. Grab a piece of paper and write down 3 alternative solutions to the problem. Don't judge them, just list them. The act of acknowledging different paths immediately shifts your mindset from feeling trapped to feeling empowered. Over time, this habit trains your brain to approach problems with more calm and clarity. Musashi's approach isn't about forcing a single outcome. It's about understanding that the way forward often has many branches. And by embracing that, you can start to untangle the mental knots that cause stress. So when anxiety hits, remember, the mountain has more than one path, and you don't need to choose the perfect one to reach the top. We live in a world full of distractions. From constant notifications to the endless pull of social media, it's no wonder we often struggle to stay focused on what really matters. It's easy to fall into the trap of multitasking, spreading our attention so thin that we accomplish little and feel constantly scattered. This is where mental discipline comes in, and Musashi offers us an approach that cuts through the noise. Musashi said, "Think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world." At first glance, this may sound cryptic, but it's a powerful reminder to shift our focus outward. Too often, our distractions stem from being overly self-focused, worrying about how we're perceived, doubting ourselves, or getting stuck in our own heads. When we lighten up on ourselves and instead focus deeply on the task or the world around us, we begin to cultivate true discipline. Mental discipline isn't about forcing yourself to work harder or longer. It's about mastering your attention. Musashi teaches us to look beyond ourselves and observe the world with a sense of depth and purpose. When you start to observe deeply, distractions fall away, and you can concentrate fully on the task at hand. This is how you develop the focus needed to accomplish your goals, whether in work, relationships, or personal growth. To start building this mental discipline, the key is mindfulness. We've all heard the term, but it's often misunderstood. Mindfulness isn't just about meditation, it's about being fully present in whatever you're doing. Whether you're working, exercising, or even eating, the goal is to single task. That means putting your full attention on one thing, blocking out distractions, and observing it deeply. Here's how you can apply this. Dedicate just 10 minutes a day to practicing mindfulness. Pick a simple task, something you do every day, like eating a meal, exercising, or working on a project. During these 10 minutes, give it your undivided attention. Notice every detail. Focus on each movement, each bite, each thought. Don't let your mind wander. When it does, gently bring it back to the task. This isn't about perfection. It's about training your brain to resist the urge to multitask and stay rooted in the present. This daily practice rewires your mind to resist distractions, and over time it will strengthen your focus and mental discipline. The more you practice being present, the less room there is for distractions or self-doubt to creep in. Musashi's teaching reminds us that by thinking lightly of ourselves, letting go of self-judgment, and focusing deeply on the world, we can develop the mental clarity and discipline needed to stay on track with our goals. So, start small. Dedicate those 10 minutes a day to mindfulness, and gradually, you'll see your focus sharpen. Discipline isn't built overnight. But with consistent practice, you'll find yourself becoming more grounded, more present, and ultimately more in control of your mind. Resilience is one of the most powerful traits you can develop, and Musashi understood this deeply. He once said, "The ultimate aim of martial arts is not having to use them." This reflects a core principle of Stoicism and Musashi's philosophy. True strength doesn't lie in outward force, but in inner resilience. It's not about fighting every battle. It's about being prepared for adversity without letting it break you. Musashi knew that life is unpredictable. You can't control what happens, but you can control how you respond. Resilience is the ability to stay grounded and strong, even when life throws its hardest challenges your way. The key to building resilience isn't waiting for adversity to find you. It's about seeking out small challenges that test your resolve and train your mind to handle bigger obstacles. This is where voluntary hardship comes in. By introducing manageable, intentional discomfort into your routine, you teach your brain to adapt to stress and adversity in a controlled way. Think of it as resilience training, whether it's waking up earlier, cutting out a comfort habit like excessive screen time, or fasting for a day. These small challenges help toughen your mind. For example, start by waking up just 30 minutes earlier than usual. It's a small shift, but it pushes you out of your comfort zone. Over time, these mini adversities will help you build a mental toughness that prepares you for bigger challenges. The more you practice enduring small hardships, the more resilient you become when life throws larger ones your way. Musashi's teaching is clear. True strength isn't about avoiding adversity. It's about meeting it head-on with preparation and resilience. Start with small voluntary hardships today and watch your resilience grow. Attachments, whether physical, emotional, or mental, can often weigh us down and trap us in unnecessary stress. Musashi taught that to truly master yourself, you must learn to let go. His words, "Do not sleep under a roof, carry no money or food, go alone to places frightening to the common brand of men," reflect his belief in living without the burden of attachment. He wasn't just talking about material things, but about freeing yourself from the mental chains that limit you. Musashi understood that attachment leads to fear, fear of loss, fear of change, and fear of the unknown. When we cling to things, whether it's possessions, relationships, or even ideas, we become bound by them. Letting go of these attachments clears the mind and allows for greater clarity, adaptability, and peace. By detaching, we remove the unnecessary weight that holds us back from living a focused and purposeful life. To apply this principle, start small. You don't need to renounce all possessions or cut ties with everyone in your life. Begin by decluttering one area. This could be a physical space like your closet or workspace, or even something mental like letting go of limiting beliefs or toxic relationships. These small acts of detachment can have a huge impact on your mental clarity. For example, take one area in your home, say your desk. Clear away anything that isn't necessary or that distracts you. As you do this, notice how your mind begins to feel lighter, more focused, and less cluttered. The same principle applies mentally. If there's a belief or a relationship that's draining you, consider how letting go of it might open up space for personal growth and peace. Musashi's approach to detachment isn't about isolation, it's about liberation. By letting go of attachments, you free your mind to focus on what truly matters. Indecision is one of the greatest sources of mental clutter. We hesitate, overthink, and become trapped in an endless loop of what-ifs. Musashi warned against this paralysis when he said, "When you decide to act, do it without hesitation." For Musashi, decisiveness was key to clarity and progress. Every moment spent wavering is a moment of lost focus and energy. When we fail to make decisions quickly, our minds become burdened with unnecessary noise. Indecision keeps us stuck in the same place, constantly questioning ourselves and the choices before us. The more we delay, the heavier this mental load becomes. Musashi understood that action, even imperfect action, was far better than remaining stuck in uncertainty. To break free from the trap of indecision, you need to build the habit of making decisions quickly and confidently. One effective tool for this is the 2-minute rule. This simple rule states that if something takes less than 2 minutes to decide or act on, do it immediately. This could be answering an email, making a phone call, or deciding what to eat for lunch. By handling these small decisions quickly, you free up mental space for more important tasks and reduce the cognitive load of indecision. Here's how you can implement it. The next time you find yourself stuck in indecision, ask yourself, can I make this decision in 2 minutes or less? If the answer is yes, don't delay, act on it. This small habit helps reduce the buildup of small, nagging decisions that weigh on your mind and clears the way for bigger, more impactful decisions. Musashi's philosophy isn't about rushing. It's about cutting through the noise of indecision and taking action. The more you practice decisive action, the more clarity and progress you'll experience in every area of your life. Don't let indecision steal your focus. Take action and let momentum build from there. Start small. Apply just one of these principles today, and watch how it begins to shift your mindset. Remember, Musashi said, when you decide to act, do it without hesitation. So take that first step now, whether it's practicing mindfulness, letting go of something holding you back, or making that decision you've been putting off. If you're ready to dive deeper into Musashi's wisdom and keep growing, subscribe and join me on this journey to mastering the mind, just as Musashi did.